Before this video starts, I'd like to give a big thank you to Dragon Sheep for starting this challenge. You are a very lovely being. Hello there everyone. Today I am at least attempting to do the Wings of Fire Dragon Hybrid Challenge. For those of you who don't know, this is a challenge started by the YouTuber Dragon Sheep. The way the challenge works is you randomize two dragons and then make a hybrid of them. I saw it and I thought it looked fun, so I decided to give it a try. The two randomized dragons I got were a seawing and a sandwing, so I got right to work. One thing that I had decided on from the very start was that I was going to make the sandwing sail into a seawing fin. Also, apologies on these stumpy legs. I've never been all that good at drawing legs on dragons. Another thing I decided was that I would have the glowing scales be on the dragon's back instead of its underbelly, mostly just because I thought it looked cooler. I also gave him these large, billowy, silkwing-like wings. They sort of reminded me of those bubbles that appear when you jump into water, and also like those big clouds that form in sandstorms, so I thought they fit pretty well. Once I had finished the base design, it was coloring time, and oh boy was this one hard to color. I mean, the two tribes that I got randomly were tribes with completely different color schemes, so right from the get-go it was already pretty tough to decide a color scheme. One thing I was very certain on though was that black claws and horns would look awesome, and it turns out I was right. After a bunch of fiddling around with the belly and sail colors, I eventually decided on this very bright lime yellowy green color. Now, here comes the part that I had to speed up and also cut a few parts out of because it's very, very boring. Basically, what's happening here is I'm changing the line colors from black to a darker version of whatever color is filled in. While it does make the drawing look a lot better and it makes it pop quite a bit, it's a very tedious process and it's pretty boring to watch, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this. There we go. Now it's just a matter of a few extra little details before the dragon is finished. I like to add these little extra shines on the claws and horns because it makes them look like candy. I realized that I had forgotten about the patterns on the wings, so I decided to get right to that. I decided that the best pattern I could possibly use would probably be little tiny suns, as they can represent both a sandwing and a seawing pretty well. And it was while drawing these little sun patterns on his wings that I finally came up with a name for this dragon. I decided to call him Coast. Now all that's left to do is the glowing scales. This was another color choice that I struggled with. I eventually decided on this bright cyan color. As for the pattern, I decided it would be best if it went in an arrow shape that almost looked like gills but continued throughout the entire pattern. All that's left to do is the finishing touch, making the scales glow. For this, I used the same technique I always use to give off the illusion of a glow, which is to circle the object with an airbrush on low opacity. I did this on each of the little arrow scales, and boom, we're done! This was a really fun project, and I'm very happy that I did this. Let me know if you guys would like to see some more speed paints or challenges from me in the future.